Surprise, motherfucker!
Trust the science is officially dead. The conspiracy theorists were right. It only took about 5 years for everybody to start to catch up, but we're finally there. It's wild how much BS I had to jump through because of these lies that the scientists were telling, acting like the mRNA vaccine was the single greatest technology that has been unlocked in viral prevention. And we knew. Now, just for a little bit of context, just because we were right about this doesn't mean conspiracy theorists are always right. But this was an example of the conspiracy theorists were willing to have real sources, real citations from a multitude of different quote unquote experts. And there was not ever at any point in time from the very beginning a consensus that said that this mRNA vaccine was going to work for COVID. And now, after years of fighting, years of going through a bunch of BS with jobs. I mean, when COVID was at its peak, I was working at Amazon, and they would make me wear a sticker to tell people that I'm not vaccinated. They wanted to make everybody's lives impossible for not going along with their just made up narrative. And I don't know. I almost don't have words for how happy I am about this. I pulled up a BBC article because, Britain is pretty much the new China. They're cracking down on free speech all over the place. So I thought that their article would probably be more entertaining. I'm only going to read a little bit of it. Headline: RFK cancels $500 million in funding for mRNA vaccines for diseases like COVID. Oh, I just love it. It just makes me so happy. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services plans to cancel $500 million in funding from mRNA vaccines being developed to counter viruses that cause diseases such as the flu and COVID-19. That will impact 22 projects being led by major pharmaceutical companies, including Pfizer and Moderna, for vaccines against bird flu and other viruses. Watch them try to use this as the excuse, but they'll call it a catalyst for what starts the next pandemic. Because as soon as the pharmaceutical mafias have their dollars questioned and a little bit of a contention with governments around the world, they have to just use unilateral fear to convince people that they don't have a choice but to listen to them. I don't think most people will fall for it. I think that if it happens again, anywhere close to the scale that it happened last time, it's going to be purely so they can see who are their ride or die soldiers, who's going to follow them without any question, because everybody with common sense now is skeptical about this. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a vaccine skeptic, announced he was pulling the funding over claims that, quote, mRNA technology poses more risk than benefits for these respiratory viruses, which they do. And just to rewind back a couple years, if you guys would have just been more honest about this, not tried to force a bunch of kids that had no potential risk of the virus to get the shot, stop trying to force young adults to get the shot, people that are totally healthy with peak immunity, especially people that were already previously exposed, if you guys didn't just demonize every single alternative treatment that did work, if you guys didn't attack things that had won Nobel Prizes, literal Nobel Prize winners were attacked because you wanted to transfer this narrative into, I don't know, just a communist bunch of gobbledygook. I really think that they're going to use this to start a new pandemic, or they're going to use it to create tension that'll escalate towards a civil conflict, which may be another excuse for the catalyst for a pandemic, a bunch of people getting together again. But no matter how you break it down, this was a huge win for the conspiracy theorists. everybody like me who had old channels that had been banned for years. And I mean, thankfully, the world is changing. Zuckerberg opened the floodgates so people like me could post again and not just be immediately taken down and restricted. But a few years ago, things were really popping off. I had an old channel called What You Need to Know. I had a bunch of viral videos, and I remember I reacted to Candace Owens when she first exposed that Teresa Coulaire was a trained Marxist and that the whole entire movement of BLM was basically a psyop, that they were stealing money from the org. And during all of that time, I just got so censored and so shut down, and so many of us did. And I feel like this is our second chance. Please, if you are like me, don't squander this. Take advantage of the opportunity. Spread truth. Do it with love. Do it with good intent. Admit when you're wrong. And yeah, I really just wanted to make a quick video on this. Happy Friday. If you enjoy my content, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms at Brian D Exclusive. You can donate to my Cash App if you want to support the channel, also Brian D Exclusive. I'll be on Twitch streaming Battlefield 6, being that it's Friday, or make sure, yeah, being that it's Friday, I want to be a little bit less tense. I might even upload the VOD onto this channel and do a little bit of a breakdown about the modern state of gaming and how the woke ideology ruined it for so long. Maybe use the beta of this to see how much progress we're making to course correct that. This is the second weekend of the beta. I didn't get to play it last weekend, but I figure I might as well check it out and just see what the hype's about. And yeah, I'm rambling. I love you. I'll see you all next week, Monday. I'm gonna try to have longer episodes. We'll see what we can do. Peace.